The Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by the National Institute on Financial Education. Borrow Smart, brought to you by National Institute of Financial Education. Potential impacts on credit scores after student debt forgiveness. The U.S. Department of Education recently announced that it will discharge the federal student loans of over 550,000 individuals who borrowed to attend any campus owned or operated by Corinthian Colleges, Inc. To date, the department has now approved $25 billion in loan forgiveness for 1.3 million borrowers. Now, that seems kind of interesting to me. To date, the department has approved $25 billion in loan forgiveness for 1.3 million borrowers, and there were 550,000 individuals who borrowed. So that's kind of a fascinating. How do you give only the government would give out money to 1.3 million borrowers when there was 550,000 involved? But that's a whole different story. So what does it mean for your credit score if your student loan debt is discharged and is now being reported with zero balance? It may result in the score going up, down, or no change. Well, really? Is that
Surprise.
up, down, or no change? The exact impact of student loan debt forgiveness on a consumer's credit score will depend on the specifics of the particular discharge proposal, as well as the consumer's individual credit report information, including the extent of their activity on installment loans. An installment loan is a type of loan where you borrow a set amount of money all at one time, then you repay the loan over a fixed number of payments called installments. Student loans are usually reported as installment-type loans. A FICO score is designed to be predictive of consumers' credit risk. Data shows that consumers who have active installment loans in good standing are more likely to repay their credit obligations than consumers with no active installment loans. This is reflected in a person's FICO scores. FICO scores weigh the amounts paid down and balances of mortgage and non-mortgage installment loans, such as student auto loans, against the original loan amounts. In general, when an installment loan is first obtained, the balance is high. As the loan is paid down and the balance decreases, there may be positive impact on the score. However, analysis of credit data shows that having a low installment loan balance to loan amount ratio is even less risky than having no active installment loans at all. As a result, if the only active installment loan being reported is a student loan, paying off the remaining balance on that student loan or having the balance discharged can result in a decrease in score. While no longer having an active installment loan is in good standing on a credit report, does remove a data point demonstrating active, regular, on-time payments, causing some consumers' FICO scores to see a temporary dip. It is certainly still possible for such consumers to retain high FICO scores. In addition, many of those people will see their scores rebound over time as long as they continue to demonstrate positive credit behaviors, such as on-time payments and a manageable level of overall debt. As I share with you all the time, I think you need to be watching your FICO score. The place I go, the only one I look at my FICO scores on, myfico.com. I don't do it because they pay me. I do it because that's the best source. I actually have to pay for it, which is fine. I pay to get my FICO scores there. I watch mine and my wife's, want to see what they're doing. And I want to know if there's any kind of a hiccup in there, if there's something that's inaccurate or fraudulent. I get to know it because they send me a text message all the time when there's changes on my score. Now, for your benefit, I get a lot of changes because I want to see on a real-time basis what my balance is going up does, what my balance is going down does to the scores, all these different things that I can influence, because then I can share that information with you. That's the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by the National Institute of Financial Education. Again, if you have questions about your credit scores, want to have a credit score review, give us a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990.